Hello Ds, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anne. Welcome to the latest Benidorm and Spain news update. As every Monday and Friday, here you'll find out the latest news update and also the weather forecast for the next upcoming days. So let's go. Today we have 3 news as usual prepared for you guys. Some of them will be from Benidorm, others will be from the islands such as Canary Islands, and the vast majority of them are about different types of tourism news, upcoming events, etc. First of all, as usual, let's talk about the situation in Spain in terms of tourism. As you all know, our summer season started when we've had the Easter holidays, and since then, up until first days of November, we will have the official summer tourism season. Each day, more and more tourists arrive. We do see early in the morning the buses that are picking up dozens of tourists near every single hotel in Rincon de Loix in Benidorm and brings them back to the airport. And then a lot of tourists arrive on the same day. So it's just a constant exchange of people coming in and departing from our region. It is quite busy, especially on the weekend here, and it's gonna get even busier these days and this week. Why? Because there is very little time left up until the Eurovision finale. Here in Benidorm, we do have the Benidorm Fest, which is the Eurovision pre-selection. Each year, obviously, there are semi-finales. So during semi-finale of the Eurovision, first semi-finale and the second one, there's gonna be concerts and screens put in Benidorm town. And then on the last, and especially the finale is something that a lot of us are waiting for, because there is a huge concert in Benidorm this weekend. During the finale of the Eurovision, there's going to be a big free of charge concert in the La Guera Park here in Benidorm town. There's going to be a big stage, there's going to be DJs, there's going to be a lot of performers from the previous years. And it's for all public, not only the Benidorm or the Benidorm Fest fans or the Eurovision fans. This will be retransmitted through different giant screens here in town, and this is one of the reasons why Benidorm hotels will have the average occupancy higher than 80% all this entire week, especially for the weekend. Some of them will be quite full because Eurovision fans will be coming here to our region. And each time with more and more people, obviously there's not going to be any kind of special offers this year unless it's an anticipated offer like booking in advance or early bird as they call them. Or it's going to be maybe some package deals for a first child 50% off, or a first child for free, something like this, or for those who are more than 65 years old or like pensioners. That, yes, but apart from that, some special deals and huge discounts not going to be the case, sadly, this year also, because there's a lot of people coming to our region and hotels simply do not have the necessity to lower down the prices since all the rooms are being pre-booked in advance already. So if everything goes well, why to lower their prices? Each business thinks like this. That's their profit too little that they have right now with all the increase in costs. But still, it's going to be extremely busy this year. Now we definitely can say that this year we'll have the record amount of tourists, historical record that we've not seen in a very long time. Now let's go with the second news, and the second news is about the low-cost flights. As you all know, a low-cost flight is something that a lot of us use, even us who travel here between Spain, from towards the islands or Balearic Islands or Canary Islands or north, south Spain. We're going with the car, it takes just too much time and effort. We love low-cost airlines because even though it might not be too comfortable, but the flights are really cheap, and it actually lets you to travel to different places, get to know new places, and have a lovely holidays there. Low-cost airlines are the vast majority. They're more and more popular each time here in the country, and a lot of tourists who arrive here for holidays actually choose low-cost airlines for their flights. The curious thing about this is that the flights between Spain and UK right now in summer sadly will be getting more expensive, and it will be approximately 30% more expensive than it is right now. Even though the prices that usual airlines, not the low-cost airlines considered have, are quite high, we all know it, but low-cost airlines are the ones who are increasing the prices right now. Why? Because after pandemics through the years 2021, 2023, these airlines, non-low-cost ones, were the ones who increased prices the most. And low-cost airlines did it only about 6-7%, not much more than that. And now it is when they are actually adjusting to it. So if you still did not book your flights, try and book it as soon as you can, because prices will only go up from now on. There's different regulations as well for these companies. There's different airport fees that will be increasing in summer, which is why I think it's also affecting the final price that people will have to pay if they want to travel with the low-cost airlines. Still, it's going to be more cheaper. It's going to be less expensive than the usual airlines. Yes, that's true, but it's not going to be so cheap so that you could call it a low-cost airline. You know, these tickets that you can get less than 10 euros even some of the times at some specific destinations. That's no longer the case with a lot of low-cost destinations, simply because it wasn't profitable any longer. Let us know if you've tried to check on for flights and flight prices recently, and did you manage to get some cheap flights and nice offers for this summer? I think it's going to be very useful and informative for a lot of fellow travelers who are planning their holidays here in Spain very soon. And now the last news, last but not least important one that we wanted to share with you all is about the Canary Islands. Canary Islands have been manifesting and protesting for quite some time before the summer season started even, because there are some specific parts of the islands that have too much tourism, and the natural habitat is actually suffering from it. And the island of Gran Canaria is the one that is speaking right now about the touristic tax. This is very important news. Why? Because usually the taxes are a regional thing. It's a regional tax that includes all the comunidad, or all the region. In this case, it's only one particular piece of the islands that wants to actually do it. This is why it is quite strange. And the specific part of Gran Canaria Islands is Mogan. This is one of the cities, obviously it has the beach because it's an island, that is extremely touristic. Here you have some pictures from Mogan so that you will be able to see what it actually looks like. And it's a very popular and visited place that simply cannot take it any longer during the summer peak seasons. This will be the first municipal area, the first town/village of Canary Islands that will apply it in case it will get approved. This touristic tax, or an eco tax, also called in this area, will be paid per nights of stay, and it's going to be exactly the same as the taxes that we pay in Balearic Islands or in Catalonia or in a lot of other countries in the world. And it might vary in terms of price. It might be starting from 50 cents per night for adult if it's like a bungalow complex, if it's a one-star hostel campsite, up until 2.50 or 3 euros per night per person per adult if it's a 4-star superior or 5-star hotel. So more or less equal as other different places in Spain. They do have this tax applied. And it's not approved just yet. They have up until the end of this year to get it approved or not. But I definitely feel that it's quite necessary in some specific parts of Spain that are suffering from it, especially if the infrastructure, if all the services, everything is getting deteriorated, it's getting older, it needs renewal. And this place, Mogan in particular, is not getting too much of money from the government to sustain the tourism in the area. Thus, They desperately need some extra funds in order to maintain everything as it is right now, because people want to come to a nice place, right? They want to see clean streets, they want to see plants and flowers everywhere, they want to see the clean beach, clean water, nice services of lifeguards, a lot of places where they can enjoy. So this costs money, right? And if it's not possible to sustain it in any other way, touristic tax might be the best option in case it will be approved. And around 4,650,000 tourists visit it yearly. With this amount, obviously, it will be quite easy, with slightly lower tax maybe, to get all the sum that is necessary to sustain that area. This will definitely make the tourism slightly more sustainable, or at least it will help to provide the best service, to make the cleaning service better, to make sure that the area doesn't suffer so much, to invest money once again in the place that tourists love so much, because all this money will be implemented for the services that they have in this specific town and city. And it starts to rain. It's pouring rain. Can you hear that? It is pouring rain right now. Wow, that is nice. Look at this beauty right here. Pouring rain in our region, but it's not cold at all. It definitely feels like it's a summer rain. Wow. Getting back to the news, while it is raining outside, Tenerife also is studying this tax, but they did not say they want to implement it. Gran Canaria did, so we'll see how it goes. To be honest with you, I don't see it as a huge issue. If it's going to be implemented, if it's going to be used for proper things, for all this touristic area, then I do think it's all right, because it's not such a huge amount of money, and a lot of times children don't pay, or pay just partially. And if it's a longer stay, you pay only up until a certain amount of nights. So I do think this might be a solution for some specific overcrowded places here in the country. And now let's talk about the weather, because as you could have seen, it started to rain. Today was supposed to be cloudy. It wasn't raining, but now it's pouring here in the area. I'm quite sure you can hear all of it right now. And this strange weather, this rain wasn't supposed to come to the region. It wasn't supposed to be raining right now, but it is. It's still great, not gonna lie. And it's not cold at all. We are with t-shirts, as you can see. And it's perfectly fine outside. It's not too chilly at all. It's very comfortable temperatures. This type of weather should be only for the day of today. Starting from tomorrow, the sun should go out and it will be sunny / cloudy, so no more rain for the next 7 days. At least that's what we've been told so far. The temperatures are quite nice looking. Today was about 23 degrees outside, 22, 23 maximum. Now it will drop probably up until 20, 21, but still it's great, even if it's raining a tiny bit. Starting from tomorrow, the temperatures will go up until 24, 25 degrees, more or less. And some of the days through this week, they will increase up until 27, which will mean that nice summer days will be back. We've just been talking about that we need slightly more rain, and there we go. A short but nice, almost summer rain in our region. This will be over today, and tomorrow we'll be back to nice weather and great comfortable temperatures on the sunshine. Thank you for accompanying us on today's short Benidorm and Spain news update. We wish you an incredible day, and we'll see you very soon here on the channel with a brand new video. Bye, Dees.